Hello, it's so good to have you with us today. As I want to start off this video with a quick shout out for the official Discord server I have set up now for myself, Flimsy Lunch Tray, and wanting to invite you. So I'm going to have a link in the description of the YouTube video below for you to join in. As you can kind of see here, I have some different things going on. Here being Flimsy Lounge, where I can just search some personal things going on within the game, like getting 1,000 doubloons, ranked battles experience so far, as you can see there in the gearing. As well as you can see there's some other things, like we have the Hall of Fame, so if you have a really good battle and want to brag and show off, you can do so here. As you can see, I got an arsonist in gearing. But then of course we have to have some fun emojis, like we have the jingles emoji laughing here. Pretty fantastic. And then this is the place to catch videos. So whenever one of my videos goes live on YouTube, it'll immediately be posted here in the videos channel of my Discord server, and you'll get a notification that it's active. So I hope you can consider joining. One thing I do want to know is please check the welcome, check the rules. I want to keep this a clean community, as we'll have players of all different ages, from young to old. I just want it to be an encouraging, positive environment, and want to leave the toxic stuff out. So if we can leave toxicity out, that'd be great, and just have a good time. So please feel free to check that out. So on to the battle. So in today's battle, as you can kind of perceive from the video description, is that we're going to be talking about tanking in Big Mammy, tanking in the Massachusetts. And when I say tanking in Massachusetts, I'm referring to what is going to be our potential damage counter, as it's going to be rather higher. I think the video I featured on Wednesday, I think the potential damage was somewhere around 600,000. But in today's video, it's going to be like over times 3 that. So, and I'll kind of tell you why I make the decision to put myself in a position where we end up taking a lot of damage, and how the Massachusetts can play strongly to that with how the battle sets itself up here. One thing I do want to say, and I want to actually just make our own ranked video on this, is that patience is immeasurably valuable when it comes to playing ranked battles. And I say that because I've seen so many ships players just yell in, they rush in, they die within the first 4 to 5 minutes of the match, when really a lot of them could be, much more valued to have them live in the last 10 minutes of the match and have their assistance there. So what I really like to do in ranked battles is that I just like to move up. For example, if I'm in a destroyer, I move up and say I'm going to be contesting a cap. Let's say it's a central cap location, and maybe I'm being RPF'd, or I'm pretty sure that there's another destroyer around. I might just wait a little bit before I actually enter the cap, because I want to see, are they going to contest the cap first? Because then it tells me I know that they're in that specific circle. If it's spotting, screening for my team, I really like trying to do my best in screening for my battleship cruiser players behind me when I play as destroyer and ranked, which I've been doing a lot in the gearing, as I'm in Silver League right now. And then, for example, here in this battle, being in the Massachusetts, being able to back this Belfast 43 up in front of me is really what I'm going to play to that strong suit right now. So you notice I'm already being detected, and I'm kind of keep looking over to my right. And I know I'm being detected, but it's probably a destroyer that's rushing to go cap A. And so I'm pretty sure that that's, and yeah, you can see the North Carolina tried to take a shot on us. So I was also looking over there for that reason too. But there's probably one of the 2 Kagaros is rushing up to go into cap A right there. So I'm letting the Belfast know that I've got his back. I'm supporting him. You can see that this is going to be our strong flank. What I've noticed in Sleeping Giant is it tends to be whoever wins the BC flank is the team that wins the match. In general, that's what I've seen. It depends on how well, if you do divide as a team, how well you can hold the enemy team off, say if they're pushing from the C flank, like they are here in this battle. If you have some of your forces divide and go towards A, And you can already see in this battle, neither of our destroyers are screening for us right now. So basically, it's me and the Belfast moving up here with no destroyer screening. They're both in the back, which is not helpful. And there's only one radar on the team, being the Baltimore, so I'm not sure why they're so passive in the back. I mean, patience is important, but you can also do a thing called this too much patience. And you can see I had 4 ships detecting me there, and how I keep looking over to my right, because I know there's that North Carolina moving up the flank, the Kansas and other North Carolina are down in front of me, so I'm just being conscious of not taking a hit broadside. And that's when we see the Baltimore. We've seen that both the Kansas and the North Carolina down here have moved behind the island. I know there's a destroyer because we can see the smoke screen, so I know there's 4 ships here for certain. Now we're already being radared, and so the Baltimore is radaring right now. He wants to see this Belfast. And so I decide that I'm going to push up here, and I want to get between the Belfast and the Baltimore, just to kind of help him out. Now the Belfast does have smoke, but he's decided not to use it yet. Maybe could be upset with me for maybe blocking his shots for a few seconds while I get around. But I want to pose as a threat and just kind of be like a bulldog here, getting between him and the Baltimore. So we got the secondaries going. Now the Baltimore has shifted his focus onto me being more the threat. I can tank the damage much more better here. And you can see that the North Carolina and the Magi on my team, they're beginning to go left. Yeah, from this direction. They're kind of going out towards that flank, which is great. And I see that. And that's, to me, is ideal. Now the Belfast moved up here, and I didn't want him to do what he just did there. As you can see, he took a pretty big hit from the Kansas there. But I think he was moving up here to provide me some smoke, which is great, nice of him. But he took more damage than what he needed to do there doing that. So yeah, so I see that both my North Carolina, the Magi, are moving up, and I want to support that as we get first blood and finish off the Baltimore. Because the Baltimore, when he was leaving, he was just weaving back and forth, staying in a straight line, so he really wasn't doing very well to dodge us. So, moving up here and kind of seeing what's going on between the 3 guys. I got the secondaries on the Kansas. Maybe I probably should have taken a shot towards the Cagro, but this North Carolina is showing me a really nice broadside, and I'm hoping that I'm going to get rewarded for this shot right here. As you can see, I'm still pushing up, kind of being that aggressive bulldog, but I don't get much damage on the North Carolina. And we lose our Belfast as that first torpedo snuck past and got him. And the Kansas, I'm pretty sure he's going to get a shot off on me before he gets around the island. Maybe, or if he does it through the crevice of the island there. So you can see the Cagro is almost dead. So we're going to try to fire both shots off there right when the North Carolina knocks out one of my front turrets. But we get the close quarters, so all good and done. Now I'd also notice at the same time that the Kutsavoy, if that's how you say it, is moving up on my side, and I'm dreading if he has armor piercing loaded. And you can see he's firing HE, which is a lifesaver, and we don't take any damage from that because some of it he shot forward. He fires another salvo of HE, which is fine by me, but now I want to back up and I want to angle more towards the Kutsavoy in the North Carolina. And now you're going to see that he is going to load AP. That should be his next round here. And yeah, we take a little good chunk there. If he would have had the armor piercing loaded there, when he first pulled up, then he would have done a lot more damage to me. But you can see that we're up to already 1.4 million potential damage, which is top right of the screen, just right underneath the damage ticker. And so you can see that we're tanking it. And I want to tank it on purpose because I want to embolden my North Carolina. I want to embolden my Magi to push up, because you can see their health pools are mostly still intact at this point. You know, we don't have a destroyer over here harassing us, so on and so forth. You can see that our team is being able to push down. They've capped A, and so that's going well. So let's see if we get a hit on the North Carolina here. I'm hoping to knock him down some. There we go. Now we get that big hit. So we get a Citadel and we get the high caliber. Still focusing on, and then you can see that one of our battleships moves up, and the Amagi gets the killing blow. Now the Kitsavoy is detected. I'm not sure if that's one of the destroyers from behind him entered his smoke firing penalty range, and did fire torpedoes off, so it's also why I'm going to back up. And we get a Citadel on him. Now you may have noticed too that I was kind of looking over to my left because that Kansas is far enough behind that island that he can lob the shells over, so I was being conscious of that. But what plays to the suit and how this fits, for example, the Massachusetts here versus North Carolina or a different battleship is the 40-second cooldown for the damage repair party. And so that's what's enabled me to do this, because if not, I probably would have already been dead, and I wouldn't have been able to make the play that I made. But also having the fantastic secondaries, because you can see that we have over 130 secondary hits. So it's allowed me to take this aggressive position in the Massachusetts and tank the damage for my team. As you can see, our North Carolina and Amagi are just sweeping around. Now I did notice that the DD destroyer is detecting me, and I think he's somewhere towards the Kansas. Then I go undetected, and we can confirm that because we see the torpedoes going in towards the North Carolina and Amagi on our team. So we know that the destroyer is also somewhere up around here. Granted, he doesn't have any torpedoes on us right now. And I'm kind of holding my shot here because it looks like the Kansas is waiting to see if I'm going to fire again. So I kind of want to wait till he moves his turrets and take the shot because he's showing us some more side now. But these shots are just going to go just over the top. We aimed a little too high. He turned in a little bit more than I predicted. And we'll keep moving up. And of course, there's the other Kagero, and he's just about to go down. And trying to pin him or highlight him that we can get him before he smokes up. And our Olin does, so that's fantastic. And now we're over 2 million potential damage. And we'll see if we get the finishing blow here. Yeah, 2.1 million damage now. And gone. So let's go to the post-battle results and also see where we moved up, because this was a Bronze League battle, so moved up further into rank 3. And a look at the damage. So you can see that we had just under 500,000 credits, over 4,600 XP, almost 300 free XP, close quarters, dreadnoughts, first blood, and high caliber with 127,000 damage for only having 7 ships to go up against. A few citadels, 3 destroyed, and 131 secondary hits. So in all, really good for what we were able to pull off there in tanking in the Massachusetts. Top of the team with 1,804 base experience. Is really good. So you can see we only just lost the Belfast. That was with me, who I was hoping to protect and keep alive a bit longer. So all in all, it was really good. We positioned ourselves well, and being aggressive, and the fact that the North Carolina and Amagi did take advantage of that was really helpful. See the damage spread out here. That we did get to Baltimore pretty good, as well as the Kagero. And just a little bit on that Kansas. As you can see, most damage we did was to the North Carolina in that Kutuzov. So fun. And as well as you can see that potential damage of just over 2.1 million damage underneath team play in the center there. And ending the battle with 427,398 credits earned in total. And also you can see how we got more experience and free XP because we were on the premium account. And with having the 19-point commander, all my commander XP goes back into my elite commander XP pool, and I can use that on other ships. And right now I'm using that on the Cossack because I just got the Cossack during Christmas. So I'm trying to get to 10-point commander before I take her out into random battles. So as a whole, really enjoyed that battle and what we were able to do there. In tanking in Massachusetts quite well. We didn't have to worry about the HE spam for the most part, so that was really nice. Otherwise, if we did have an HE spammer going on, then we may have not been able to survive that as well. And destroyer wasn't too big of a problem in pushing up, so the screening, not the lack of screening from a teammate destroyer, wasn't too big of a deal there. So thankful for that, as well as with playing with the throttle to help it dodge some of those torpedoes. So I hope this kind of illustrates that a different I guess, sort of different playstyle with Massachusetts, identifying when you can tank like that, because Massachusetts is one of the few Tier 8 battleships that I think could have tanked the damage like we did here in this ranked match. So, if you liked today's battle, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you want to see more. And if you have already subscribed, thanks so much. And again, hope that you join in on the Discord server, as there will be an invite link in the description of the YouTube video below. So, until next time, take care.